Okay, have you ever done an experiment to see how things would go? Like you want to find out some information. And this is what I have done over the last almost 3 months. I've been doing an experiment, and I'm going to explain to you what that experiment has been and why I'm going to end my experiment early. But I also want to tell you all about an update that I have for you. We are going to be opening the doors again to the members club from processed to pure food movement. I know that some people have left some leaving their name and things like that. They would like to join. So I just want to let you know we're going to be opening the doors back to that again. Now, I do have some great information about this because some of you all are going to know most of you all are going to know the people that I'm ready to bring up to you. I now have some help in the membership. And I want to explain to you who they are. Number one, many of you all know Muriel Wilcott, Muriel in the Raw. She is going to be helping us with our membership, our members club, and also Lawrence Richardson. If you all remember him, Leaf Lawrence, you can go back through both of them, look through my past videos, and you'll see both of them being interviewed by me. So anyway, they're going to be helping with the members club. Y'all, we're going to have so much great content there. I'm not even going to fill you in with it right now, but I will be coming back here in the next coming days. It is going to be sometime in October. You'll know because I'll be talking about it a lot when that time comes up. All right, so let's get to my experiment. For those of you all who don't know me, my name is Ed Logan. I am the one who started Fruit for Your Life. And I started this because I wanted to show people my journey when I started eating fruit. And if you go and look at my first video, it's going to show you, I think it's called The Day That I Took My Life Back. It's going to show you the beginning, the first day of when I actually started, all the way up to the time that I quit doing vlogs. I had lost a lot of weight. So you'll see that. But anyway, let's get into the meat of why we are here. So this experiment that I did, I think about maybe 3 months ago, I did a video just talking about is eating fruit sustainable? Okay, so that was around the time that I actually did my switch over. Okay, so let me tell you why I decided to do this experiment. The experiment is I decided to start eating cooked food. Now, I didn't go back to eating junk. I didn't go back to eating ho-hos, ice cream, none of those things. It was only whole food that I decided to eat. And I did this experiment because, of course, many of you know that I have another YouTube channel called From Process to Pure Food Movement. It is a movement. And if you all would like to be a part of it, please go over there and subscribe to the channel and join in. It is a movement away from processed food over to whole food. And over there, we're going to be talking about the whole mental aspect. We're going to be talking about different types of foods that you can fix. We talk about biblical food, and we also are going to be now getting into fitness as well. So it has more of a biblical flavor to it. You hear me talk about the Bible here, but you're definitely going to hear me talk about the Bible and scripture over there on that channel. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, go to From Processed to Pure Food Movement YouTube channel and go subscribe over there. We're going to have a lot of great content that is going to be coming out over there. Okay, so since I have that channel, many people know that I actually eat fruit, majority fruit. 80% of what I eat is going to be fruit. Okay. But the people on that channel, some of them are new. They don't know, or they didn't know that I only eat fruit. And so what I'm trying to show them is that you can eat whole food, okay? Just whole food straight from the Bible. I know a lot of people have a hang up when it comes to different types of food. I hear people talking about oatmeal. I hear people talking about rice. I hear people downing all of these foods, but you know, a lot of these foods are actually in the Bible. They actually grow from the earth. So over there on that channel, that's what I'm teaching. I'm teaching how to eat from a biblical standpoint. Okay. Now, since I've said that, I love fruit. Eh, Fruit is going to always be a part of my life, and I'm going to continue to eat majority fruit. But over this last 2 months and a half, I've been able to, eat different types of food, and I'm gonna give you some of the foods that I was able to eat. So I was able to eat cooked vegetables. I was able to eat grains, rice, oatmeal, things like that. I've been able to eat it, and it's been cooked, and I purposely ate it because it is a biblical food. Grains are biblical foods. Okay, so I'm just, for those of you who are really on to the fruit, I'm on to the fruit, but I'm trying to show people that if we eat what the Most High has made, then you will still have good health. Now, I'm not talking about going and adding a bunch of junk to stuff. Not talking about that at all. Okay, so I did eat beans. So we would have beans and rice. I have had homemade bread. You will not catch me eating store-bought bread. Not at all. But if my family makes it from scratch and I know the flour that they use and I know how they made it and what goes in it and what doesn't go in it, then I will eat that kind of bread. So I had bread, not a lot of bread at all whatsoever. You can make them into flat bread. You can make wraps and things like that. So I did eat those types of things. So many people would think that if you were to go back and eat that kind of food, you're going to blow up and be as big as a house. Now, let me say, I did gain weight. I was expecting to gain weight, but I want to show you all something. Let me make sure I pull up. Let me make sure I pull up the right photo here. Okay, look at this photo right here. That was my lowest point, 195 pounds. That's my size in that photo, 195 pounds. Man, I looked great. I felt great. Awesome. I love being at that weight. Tough to stay at that weight. Let me say that. Tough to stay at that weight because if you stay at that weight, you're only doing fruit itself, fruit and nuts, a little bit of salads. That's what it takes to get for me and my body to get down to that size. Okay, so now that, after that point, my average weight, I was averaging around 205, between 205 and 210. That was what my average weight was. And that's eating raw, and that's eating a little bit, just a little bit. Like I told you, the mushrooms and things like that, or maybe the sauteed vegetables and things like that. A little bit of that. That's what I was actually eating at that time. Okay, now let's get into where I am right now at this time. Let me pull up the right one. Okay, so this is my weight now. 224 pounds. 224 pounds. So coming from around 208 to 224 pounds. We're looking at almost 20 pounds here that I've gained over 2.5 months. So many people will probably look at this and say, man, that's a lot of weight. But let me say this. Believe it or not, this picture that I was actually showing you, let's see, let me go back to it. Believe it or not, I'm wearing the exact same belt and I'm wearing the exact same pants, the exact same shirt right now. Let me prove it to you. The thumbnail that I put up for you. Okay, look at the thumbnail. That was just this past week. The cooked at 224 pounds. That's the same shirt, the same pants. Everything is still the same belt. All right, so there we go. All right, so you all catch my drift. Now, let me say this. Had I went back to the way that I used to eat, I'm telling y'all, I would be in none of that stuff. Had I went back to the way of eating those candy bars and eating that ice cream and eating that cake and stopping at every bakery that I saw, I'm telling you all, I'd be in 2 months, 2.5 months, I would be big as a house. But I'm still at the weight, or I was at the weight when you saw that picture at 224 pounds. I still weigh less than I did when I came out of high school. I was 225 pounds when I graduated from high school from playing football, and I was in shape back then. You wasn't going to catch no rolls or anything on me like that. I was in shape back then. 225 pounds. So me being 53 years old right now, so I went from my regular weight of eating whole foods of between 205 to 210 pounds by eating cooked food. Now, this ought to say something also for those of us who eat fruit and eat raw. I went up in weight. If you look at it, I almost gained possibly 20 pounds, 17 pounds, somewhere in there. So I'm just going to let you know that cooked food does have a bearing on you gaining weight. I've talked to many people over the last several weeks, especially this past week, who said that, when they eat cooked food, they pick up weight also. And I also have to tell you this. I didn't feel at my best. This is the reason why I'm going back to eating mostly fruit and raw. And I did, while I was eating cooked food, I still did eat fruit. I still did eat salad, but I would also eat a baked potato. Things like that. It's from the ground. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter whether they say it's full of starch, what have you. Look, biblically speaking, if it grows from the plant and it's an edible food, it is edible, okay? According to the Bible. All right. So if you want to hear about that side, again, please go to my other YouTube channel. We talk about the Bible. We talk about the scriptures over there. All right. But for here, so I want you all to see that, eating cooked food, if you go to eating whole food and you decide to eat cooked food, you are going to gain a little bit of weight and you are not going to feel as good. Let me tell you, when you totally eat fruit raw, there is no feeling like that. You will feel at the prime of your health. No doubt about it. And honestly, I miss that. I really did miss that. So even though I could fit in my same pants, a little more snug, I could fit into my same shirt, a little more snug, and I could keep my belt in the same holes, a little more snug, I still was able to maintain that. All right. So you can still eat in a way that is pleasing to the Father if you're eating cooked food. Now, let me say this. I did not eat meat at all. Meat was not a part of the program. So I wasn't going to have meat. I'm still choosing to stay away from meat. I don't honestly think I'll ever go back to meat. But if I did ever go back to meat, it would probably be fish if I was to do that. That's biblical. Hey, when the Father comes back, it actually talks about people are going to be fishing. So it's going to be there regardless of what people say. Hey, the Bible speaks. That's what I speak. Okay, so, but I have definitely learned a lot about myself during this time. And I've learned a lot about the difference of eating cooked food. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be careful saying this. When you eat cooked food, just know the majority of the time your food is going to be dead. Because the life is in the food in its raw form. And so when we cook it, if you can steam it and cook it as little as possible, you will retain some of those nutrients. But the way we cook food, the way we saute food, the way that it's done today, the food it's pretty much dead. So that's what you're going to be eating is dead food. And that's why your body, and you're going to be using oils to fix the food in, to saute them in, not butter. I didn't use butter and stuff like that, but you will use oil to do that. Coffee is a natural thing. It doesn't matter how people want to look at it. I drank coffee with my wife. I actually drank coffee at work also as well. And I used agave nectar to sweeten it. Sugar is sugar. It don't matter whether you're going to use table sugar or you're going to use agave nectar or honey, whatever. Sugar is sugar. It burns the same. But anyway, I used agave nectar because I like the taste of that. And I also used a coffee that was organic. It had no chemicals added to it. You have to read your labels. For those of you, if you drink coffee, you got to read the labels to see the additives and preservatives that they put in coffee. Okay, so the coffee that I drank did not have, it was just a whole coffee bean that was ground, had no additives to it whatsoever. So I did participate in coffee, and I even used coconut cream. Okay, so coconut milk basically is what I used. Real coconut milk. I used that to add milk to the coffee. That's the way I used to drink it. I used to drink that bad stuff and pour that sweetened condensed milk and all that stuff in there, and it was bad. But so for many people, how you have to understand that a lot of people don't want to eat like how we're eating here on this channel, Majority Fruit. A lot of people feel like that they can't do that. On my other channel, they do that. They're able to do that. They're able to learn how to eat in a way that is pleasing to our Father and eat from things that come from the ground and stay away from processed food. That's what that channel is about, moving away from processed food. But here on this channel, hey, I'm back. I'm back to the fruit. I miss it. I missed it. And I'm just going to live it up. And you should be able to see some differences. Now watch this. I want to show you why I did this. And I'm going to move this up so you can see it. Okay, I want to show you why I did this. You see the raw, you see the cooked. And so what will I do next? I'm going to have a photo on that particular spot with the question mark here coming up in maybe 2-3 months. Not sure when. And I'm going to let you see what I look like at that time. Okay, so this is going to be my thing that I'm going to be doing because I'm going to tell you why. Because what I have learned so much about here in the last couple of weeks is physical fitness. I love my jump rope. I still get out and do my jump rope, but I could do a whole lot better. I was jump roping this week and this trucker came up to me and says, "Man, I think you've got an idea there." When I get out of my truck to fuel up, I'll take my jump rope with me and I'll start jumping rope. Start doing my jump rope. That's how I start getting that in. But I could do a whole lot better than what I'm doing now. And I'm at the point now where I'm ready to incorporate weightlifting into my daily life. It's a standard by which I'm going to begin to live by. Because we need to understand that our skeletal muscle is going to be one of those things that helps us escape from frailty. Okay? Frailty meaning, you're basically frail. You see when people get older, they start to dwindle down in size. They can barely walk and, they're shuffling and barely moving. Well, that's not what I want for my life. That's not what I want for my family's life. I don't want my wife to have to do those things for me. Okay, so I'm going to get into the weightlifting for myself because now I understand why at my age I need to be lifting weights. Okay, so hopefully you're going to see a nice little change going on, and I'm going to keep you up to date. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, of course, just to give some encouragement. And also it encourages me when I do it. It really does encourage me when I video and when I film, and I know that it's affecting other people because that's why I'm here. Okay, so anyway, I hope that this has been eye-opening for you all. I hope that you all totally understand what is going on. Did I gain weight? Did I gain noticeable amount of weight where you could say, "Man, he gained a bunch of weight"? No, but I know that I gained weight. And I just want to be open with you all and let you all know what I'm doing over with my other channel, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time at that channel as well. Definitely because of our membership program that we have that's going on. So, hey, if you all are open and interested in that, If you know Muriel and you know Lawrence, and you've been looking for a tight-knit community to be a part of, hey, I'm going to be opening it up. And like I said, I'll let you know when we open up our members club again. It will be coming in the month of this October, and I will give you more information as we go. Hey, thanks for tuning in and joining in with me. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.